Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be back, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. Basically, that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up, y'all? Sorry about that. Sorry, I was running a little late. Come on in. My bad. Hey, Kitty Doc, how you doing, my love? Haven't seen you in a while. I hope all is well, honey. Yes. Come on in. I'll be on camera in a quick second. Y'all come on in here. So look, people have been asking me, y'all been sending me messages in my inbox. You've been asking me, are you going to talk about this Cheynne Bryant situation? I mean, I guess I can add my 2 cents to the commentary that's out there. I mean, why not? You know, let's talk about it. Hey, everybody. So let me do a quick. Now, I've been having problems with my camera. Oh, that ain't my camera. I don't have my camera connected. Hold on. It looks like my Love and Marriage Huntsville video, it was blurry. And then the other night, y'all said it was blurry. So I don't know what is going on with my camera, you guys. So I don't know. It's always something. I swear. I feel like it's always something. All right. So let's get started. So, all right. So do I look blurry to you guys? Because y'all was saying yesterday I was blurry. And then it looked like the video I did a little while ago, it looked like it was blurry. On my side, it's clear. It's clear as a bell. So y'all tell me what y'all see. But let me do a quick, hey, everybody. Cece, Gabby, Lovely, Nola, Chuck, Janera. What's going on? We're just going to do a real quick rundown, y'all. Emily, hey, just sweet. Cindy, Mia, Gossip in the Garden, Miss Jocelyn, Natty Spencer, T Goody. Hey, Katrina. Simone, Sonara, what's up, T? Hey, Boo. Fedora, hey, what's going on? CJ, DB, Yvette, Choreo Lover. Hey, Choreo Lover. I'm glad you dropped down. Hey, girl, hey. Cross Country Cruiser, Jazzy. And Miss Choreo Lover, I might need you. Don't you go nowhere. I hope you're still here. I know I'm a few minutes late. I hope you're still here. Nubian, Cece, Chuck, Kitty Doc, China, Miss Baything, Brown Mama. Hey, Brown Mama. Xavier, Lady Libra, what's up? Lady Libra, I got that link for you. Tell my buddy I said, what's up? The Informed. And thank you, The Informed. The Informed has donated a ticket. So if you were in the DC area and you would like to come to the event on July the 18th, y'all reach out to me because The Informed has donated a ticket. Thank you so much. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on if anybody else wants to donate a ticket. I am blurry. It's the camera, y'all. I might have to just get a new camera because on my side, I look fine. So I'm sorry. All right. Okay. I'm blurry. Okay. It says it's better now. All right. Well, hopefully it clears itself up because on my side, I don't see it. So I don't know what to do. All right, you guys. So let's talk about it. So Dr. Cheynne Bryant, or should we call her doctor? Let me just read you guys a bio on who she is, and then let's get into a little bit of this controversy. So Cheynne Bryant is a celebrity life coach, a psychology expert, and media personality, best known for her role on MTV's Teen Mom Family Reunion. I never watched Teen Mom. Anybody in the chat, put it in the chat if you've ever watched Teen Mom. As of May of 2026, she is at the center of national controversy regarding the legitimacy of her doctoral credentials and professional licensing. So, professional background, it says that she's a producer and featured life coach on Teen Mom Family Reunion and has appeared on major platforms like The Breakfast Club and The Marissa Mitchell Show. She is an author. She has published 2 books focused on personal development, mental detox, and a 2026 release called Live Your Promise. She serves as president of the NAACP branch 1069 in San Pedro, Wilmington, and is the founder of the Dr. Bryant Institute and Foundation. Okay. In mid-May, Bryant faced intense public scrutiny for admitting on Joe Budden's podcast that she is not a licensed therapist. So that is where this started. This controversy started because she admitted that she is not a licensed therapist. Hold on, y'all. This is my sister. Hold on. Hello? Hey. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. All right. You need something? All right. I'll call you when I get off. All right. Bye. Okay. Bye. So that's where this controversy started. I think because she's a doctor and because she did these things, people assume that she was a licensed psychiatrist. So first of all, I think that's where we go wrong. We always making assumptions. Okay. So she admitted that she is not a licensed therapist. And I believe she even went so far as to say on Joe Budden's podcast that the only difference between what she does and a licensed psychiatrist is that they get billed or something crazy like that. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Let's see here. Hold on. I was trying to see if I could just find the clip where she was just explaining the difference, right? Well, we're gonna get to it. Somebody said, why is she calling herself a doctor? We're gonna get to it. So I had the Breakfast Club clip ready. I didn't have the Joe Budden clip, but I'm sure I can find it. Have you ever asked someone for their autograph? Let's see. So CHEYYNE. So that's what. Neither here nor there. That's where the controversy started. No, Dr. Phil was a licensed psychiatrist. He let his license lapse, but he was a licensed psychiatrist. It lapsed while he was doing the Dr. Phil show, and I think he purposely let it lapse so he could be a little more reckless on the TV show and be a lot more and be messy. Because as long as he was a licensed psychiatrist, there was certain code of ethics he had to abide by. So I think he purposely let it lapse. But that's just my opinion. Okay. Let me see. This might be it right here.
You know, as a therapist, 2 things you can obviously make what you deserve, because therapy is real. We're giving everything we have in there, and we're unpacking shit and we're helping you process through things. So it's not us sitting there if you're an effective therapist saying, tell me more. You should be unpacking, and you should be able to take somebody and drive with them to their goal and give them tools. So anyways, when I realized that, I thought, well, 1, I mean, I'll just be out of pocket. 2, when I tell my clients the truth is that in order to bill insurance, I have to diagnose you. And you only get about 6 weeks. In order for me to get 6 more weeks approval, guess what? I have to say that you are slightly improving, but really, not there. Come on now. So if anything happens in the court of law, if anything happens with employment, that is on your record forever.
So that's her explaining the difference between what she does and what a psychiatrist or a licensed psychiatrist does. And she basically was saying, you know, what I do, I just help you unpack what you need to unpack. But if I were your actual, you know, licensed therapist, then I would be billing insurance. And in order to keep it active through the insurance, then I would have to, you know, diagnose you. And then I would have to every 6 weeks. And then like a whole thing. So that is where the controversy, because of course, everybody who is a licensed psychiatrist, a licensed therapist, all of those different things. And listen, there are many tiers to this. I see people in the chat saying, hey, she could be this, she could be that. She doesn't have to be this, and she doesn't have to be that. You know, all of those things, right? All of those things. Wait a minute, DeMarcus, thank you for the super chat. Will you review is God is, I don't even know what that is. Will you review is God is really baby. I don't, DeMarcus, baby, you don't have to send another super chat, but baby, you can have to, I don't know what that means, but thank you for the super chat. I don't understand what you asking me, baby. She was being so misleading by even saying, I no longer practice under a license. No, boo, you never had a license. Well, there it is. So it's a movie. Oh, I'm probably not going to review it. I don't even know what that is, baby. I don't even know what it is. So here is the controversy that I found. So let me just read y'all a little synopsis. Doctorate claims, Bryant uses the title doctor, claiming she earned a PhD in counseling psychology from the now defunct Argosy University. Her license stance, she maintains that she operates as a life coach, which does not require a clinical license, though critics argue her branding as a psychology expert is misleading to the public. So she operates, according to this, as a lifestyle coach. Now, let's look at her website. Let me share. I'm going to share the screen. Let's look at a new movie. What's it about? Is God Is. I don't even know what that is. So let's look at her website. Okay, let's share it. So this is her website. Okay, you see, you have her email up here, you have your phone number up here, you know, all of the things up here. And before you really get anywhere, click here to book your life coaching session. Okay. And then it tells you she's featured in all these different places. So let's read what her website says. Her website says Dr. Bryant is a 10 plus year seasoned, renowned life coach with a master's degree in marriage, family, and child therapy. So she says she has a master's degree. Dr. Bryant provides life coaching sessions in office, telephonically, via Skype, FaceTime, or she will travel to you. I'm sure she charges a pretty penny for that. Whatever it takes for her clients to receive the guidance and help needed is what Dr. Bryant delivers. Now, that's what it says here. It says that she's a recognized speaker of choice by 5+ committee and organizations, hand-selected to speak on behalf of Maxine Waters and Heroes Song Awards, nominated for a 2015 Woman of the Year Award. She's a brand ambassador successfully assists brands with growing their target audience and increasing sales. Recently completed a LBUSD Long Beach Unified School District campaign in conjunction with the LA Sparks to raise money for the school district and was awarded a 2017 Woman of the Year. It says that she is a renowned author. Her book, entitled Mental Detox, is bicoastal and internationally known. Is bicoastal and internet. Why you can't just say it's internationally known? I probably would have written that differently. Anyway, and has obtained the reader's favorite 5-star review medal. Okay. And then we have testimonies down here of all the people who said that she has changed their life. Okay. So let's go back up here a little bit. Let's look at a few more things on her website. And then we're going to get into the most recent thing. Well, we're going to talk about Basketball Wives. And then we're going to talk about what she said on the Breakfast Club, which is really what has everybody going. So it says here, welcome. Dr. Cheynne Bryant is a psychology expert, renowned life coach, and co-producer of MTV's nominated Best Unscripted Reality Show Teen Mom Family Reunion. Ranked #1 author in Success Magazine Top 20, featured in Forbes, Oprah, Insider, Huffington Post, USA Today. Huffington Post. I said Huffington Post. And many more. And then, again, it goes on to say that she's the president of NAACP, blah, 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 blah. Motivational speaker, all of the things. Kind of what we already went through. Now, this is what her bio says. Okay. Dr. Bryant attended Cal State University of Northridge at the age of 17. While she was there, she obtained a double degree in psychology and Pan-African studies. During her first 2 years, she was undecided as to what field she should pursue as a career. Organically, she ended up choosing psychology. She still wasn't quite sure why, however. She didn't realize what had triggered her interest until she entered a master's program at the University of Phoenix. She was about halfway through the master's program and boom, it hit her. She had a lot of healing within herself that needed to be done. Dr. Bryant's desire for self-fulfillment, healing, peace, and balance within herself and others drew her to the field of psychology. Being the overachiever that she is, Dr. Bryant decided to pursue her doctorate degree in counseling and psychology from Argosy University. Okay. And then again, it just goes on to talk about what she's done in the community and her nonprofit. Okay. Okay. And it goes on to just talk about all her accolades and all the things. Look at all this, all the wonderful things she's done. And then you can join her newsletter. So let's find out about the coaching program real quick. So these are the services that she offers. Can y'all still see it? Is it going to, hold on. Uh-oh. I don't know if it's going to show y'all the next screen. Yeah, I might have to go back to my other internet. This internet it moves so freaking slow. Oh, I guess you get what you pay for. Why is this taking so long? It may be her website. Is her website not pulling it up? Hold on. Let me go back. It might be her website. Let's look at the coaching program. Let's see. Let's click coaching program. See if that comes up. Is it this website or is it my internet? It's not pulling up anything. It pulled up her bio real quick, but it's not. Okay, here we go. Let's see. It seems like it's taking forever. Is it? Now, is it the website or is it my internet? Huh. Let's see here. Let me stop sharing because I don't know if it's the internet or if it's my website. I mean, if it's her website or if it's my internet. Let me try this again. Let me see. Let me see. No, the internet seemed to be moving pretty. Hold on. Let's see here. It says that. Okay, so hold on. Let me see this. Let me try to hit this tab. Because right here it says a virtual life coaching session, FaceTime or Zoom is $350. Okay. Y'all, maybe you think maybe she's taking her website down? Because it's not coming up now. Now it's not coming up at all. Again, it might just be my internet. Let me try to do it from my phone. Let me see. Because it was working fine until y'all think, did y'all crash this lady website? Did y'all crash this lady's website? It's not coming up now. Baby, that website is not coming up. What y'all do to this lady website? Hold on, let me see if I can get it on my phone. I just want to know how much the services cost. That's all I was trying to find out. All right. Oh no. Hold on. Y'all. Hold on. Let me look at the chat. It is not coming up. Y'all, here it is right here. Okay, let me see if I can get it on my phone. All right, I get it on my phone. Let me see. I just want to know how much it, baby. We just want to know how much it costs. Okay, services. Okay, it must be my internet because it came up on my phone. It says a virtual life coaching session, $350. A private wellness retreat, $500. These prices aren't ridiculous. A telephonic coaching session, $350. In office visit is $750. A group life coaching is $225 per person. If you want to book her to speak as a moderator or a panelist, $500. These prices aren't ridiculous. Try if you want. Now, if you want her to come to you, it's $1,500, and you can buy a gift card. You can buy a gift card too, y'all. Okay, the coaching program. Now, obviously, these prices are per session. So if you feel like you need more than one session, that's where I guess it could probably get pricey, you know. Okay. Yeah, I don't think these prices are ridiculous. So at least she's not trying to gouge people. Okay. Now let's talk about what happened down to the Breakfast Club. Now she was on Basketball Wives, and her and Brooke Bailey got into it on Basketball Wives because let me read y'all a little bit what happened. So she was on Basketball Wives through Jackie. She was brought onto the series as a resident psychological and mental health expert to help mediate conflicts, provide life coaching to the cast, and offer guidance to the women during tense group situations. So that's why she was on the show. Her time on the show says was heavily defined by an ongoing clash with Brooke Bailey. The tension peaked at one of Dr. Bryant's empowerment events, where she publicly called out Brooke for not standing up during a recognition segment. Brooke felt the call out was tasteless and classless, which led to a heated altercation. The on-screen conflict spilled over into real life, with Brooke and other critics publicly questioning her doctoral degree in therapeutic licensing. Critics scrutinized her representation as a psychology expert. In interviews, she clarified that she is a life coach and a psychology expert rather than a licensed clinical therapist, defending her professional standing and noting that her platforms have consistently maintained this distinction. So she's saying, look, I never told y'all. I told y'all I had my PhD, but I never told y'all I was a clinical therapist. I never said that. Now, that's what she's saying. Now, let's listen to what she said down to the Breakfast Club, because this is where I think she's getting in a lot of trouble. Because up until now, y'all, she might be playing word games. She might be tap dancing around, you know, but she ain't, in my opinion, coming right out and blatantly, But now on the Breakfast Club, this is where it got a little interesting. Now I'm gonna play the audio. I'm gonna stop it and start it because y'all already know how the Breakfast Club will flag a sister. So we're gonna listen to the clip, but I'm gonna stop it and I'm gonna start it so we can get through it. Okay. All right. So let me let y'all hear it.
For my fan base, for my audience who deserve to hear me address.
Okay. Start from the beginning.
The conversation about your doctorate because people can't find your dissertation online.
Mm-hmm.
How are you responding to that in this new era of your life?
I'm going to clear it up once on here. I'm not doing it again. And I'm clearing it up for my doc squad, for my fan base, for my audience who deserve to hear me address it. For the folks who have already made up their mind to not like me or not understand me, listen, I don't give a fuck what your narrative is. I would like for you to recreate it, double down on it, and run that shit. Because I don't give a fuck about it. Now, to my doc squad, my fan base.
Did she just cuss us out? Yeah, I think she just cussed us out. She said, I don't, she said, I don't really give a fuck what you think. She said, you could take it, you could run it, and you can run that shit back. She meant that. She just cussed us out, y'all. Okay, let's listen.
My folks, my village, it's very simple. I went to a school, Argosy University, completed an entire program. I went back online to get my official transcript.
Now listen. See, y'all know I hear what people don't say. She said, I completed a program. Now, thank you, Choreo Lover. I'm glad you're still here because Choreo Lover, not to tell your business, but did you not complete a doctoral program? I believe I've heard you speaking on that. So you can say, you can amen, and anybody else in here who's completed a PhD, who has defended a dissertation, y'all can amen some of the stuff I'm going to say. So the first thing I heard her say was, I completed a program. Completing your coursework is not the same as defending a dissertation. I know people who have taken the coursework for a PhD and have never finished their dissertation. Completing the coursework doesn't mean you completed, you have your dissertation. I mean, you have your PhD. I'm just saying, let's keep going.
Because I was applying to a law school many years ago to be a professor there. And I had to provide my transcripts, right, to get hired. And I went to contact the school and say, hey, I need my official transcripts. I need my entire thing. And there was no school. I was like, okay, I'm confused. I Google. It says this school has been shut down. I said, oh, well, they got to have records. I mean, they were accredited when I attended the school. They were accredited when I finished the program. I go and look, there is a third party that has the records. Where I contact the third party, that third party only holds records for 2 years. I was past my 2 years.
Oh, okay. My bad, Choreo Lover, baby. I thought you had finished your PhD. My bad, boo. Let me tell y'all something. Baby, that's where she lost me. That's where she lost me. My brother graduated from McKinley Tech High School here in Northeast DC in 1989. No, 1986. I think it was. I think it was 86. McKinley Tech closed down for a while. If you're in the DC area, you know that they closed McKinley. It's back open now, but for a while they had closed McKinley. My brother needed his high school transcripts for something. I don't even remember what it was for, but he needed his high school transcripts for something. He had to call District of Columbia Public Schools. They had every single graduate that had ever graduated from McKinley Tech High School. They had all of their transcripts in a warehouse. Now, was it well organized? Nope. Did my brother have to wait about 6 months to get his transcripts? Yep. Because the lady was like, I'm the only person in here and I'm the only person processing requests. So I will get to them as fast as I can. But for a high school, and this was, I can't remember when my brother needed the transcripts, but it was while McKinley was no longer open. For a high school, my brother was able to get his high school transcripts from a school that closed. And every transcript for the history. And this is, I'm sure it's all computerized now, but this is when it was still a physical thing. Somebody had to go into a file cabinet, pull the transcript, make a copy, you know, put the seal on it, send it to them so it'll be official. What you say, Hat? Wait a minute. Hold on, Hat Pen. Hold on, Hat Pen. Wait a minute. Hold on. Because I see them saying congratulations. Oh, well, Hat Pen, girl, you know we know. Girl, Hat Pen got it going on over there, y'all. Y'all don't know. Hat Pen got it going on over there. As someone whose colleges was sold to another university, it was a complete pain in the tail to get my transcripts corrected. But if it exists somewhere. So when I heard her say after 2 years, I said, I don't even think that's legal. Like, I don't even think that's legal for them to say you only have a 2-year window to get a copy of your official transcripts. I don't even, and it's not legal because Simone, if y'all go over to Simone's channel, she actually pulled the statute for California, and it's not legal. They do have to keep that information because that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Now let's keep listening.
So that means that I had no access to records. And then I contacted, financial aid. You can't make up financial aid. It shows that I paid for a doctoral program alongside my master's program and my undergrad.
She said it shows that I paid for a program. Sure it does. Sure it shows that you paid for a doctoral program. Sure it does. It doesn't say that you earned a PhD. It says that you took coursework. That's what it says. But let's keep going.
My program. And they said, we can fully refund you your money under one circumstance. We give you your money back. You don't get credit for not a class, a course, a program you took in this university, at this institute. So do you want us to refund you? Or do you want us not? I said no, because I didn't want to risk the chance of them saying, well, we're going to give you back your money, and it wipes out your entire program. Luckily,
that makes no sense. And again, y'all, I'm telling you what I was thinking as I was listening to this. Put it in the chat. But that makes no sense to me. She way too calm about this. There's absolutely, do you understand? Listen, as somebody who aspires to one day get their PhD, as somebody who has a whole lot of friends that have gotten a PhD, I got a lot of doctors in my life, a lot of PhDs in my life. You are way too calm. Do you know how much trouble? Do you know how much work? Do you know how many sleepless nights? Do you know all the things that go into a dissertation and defending it and a clinical program and all the things that you have to go through to be able to say, put them 3 bars on your shoulder and call yourself a doctor? There's absolutely, you are way too calm. I wish somebody would say, well, I mean, we'll give you your money back. What you mean? I don't want my money back. I want my transcript. What you mean you're going to give me? Like the fact that somebody would say, well, we'll just give you your money back and it'll wipe out your PhD. Girl, you didn't call a lawyer? You didn't threaten them? What up, K-Fit? Hey, boo. You didn't threaten them? You didn't say, my attorney will be in touch? I'm sorry, what? You are way too calm telling this story. But let's keep going.
I had, I did this with all of the schools. I had downloaded from the actual student portal my transcripts at that time. And I was able to get just about all of my transcripts, including up to like dissertation. But everything else, there's just no holding take for any of our.
Again, I have all my transcripts up until the actual dissertation. I have I can show you guys where I took classes and passed all the classes. I just can't show you where I submitted and defended a dissertation.
records, which I think is completely effed up. Just in
They
general.
are going to kill you online this week. They're going to say she has no records. They just want to hate you regardless.
No, that's fine. And it's not even that there's no records that I don't. The school had a third party that carried the records only for a limit. It's not me. It's any student that attended Argosy. But again, it doesn't, how can I say it? It doesn't affect me because if I chose to go get a license as an LMFT, I have my master's in marriage and child therapist. I have my hours. I can just take that and say, hey, let me submit these for licensure. And I want to go sit for my exam and I'll have to do a study. I don't need a doctorate in counseling psychology to go get licensed as a therapist. That's what we're all.
Let me explain something to y'all in this room. I don't give a good god darn if my doctorate is in basket weaving. I want my credentials. I don't care if I never, ever use my doctorate in a professional setting. If I went to school and I wrote the paper and I defended the paper and I matriculated, you mean to tell me that you're okay with never being recognized as a doctor? That's what you're telling me. Girl.
Missing.
They say the reason that you don't get questioned or tested as much is because of your quote unquote looks.
I said this last time I was on. You might be my alter ego brother. Because some of the stuff you say is just right up the alley of what needs to be addressed. So there's pretty privilege, and I've learned that there's pretty punishment.
So now the only reason why people are questioning your credentials is because you're pretty?
And I didn't really understand that term until I got into my field. And I want to say this, I've been in my field for 18 years. I didn't get into this field to become famous, to become a celebrity. I got in this field because I was a little girl from the inner city who was tenacious and determined to make it out. Mm-hmm. And I had a lot of broken pieces and abandonment. And when God provided me tools that helped me take my broken pieces and make peace from it, go from my wilderness into my promised land, which I talk about in my book, Live Your Promise, I thought, wait a minute, I got to make sure I give everybody I come in contact with these principles because everyone deserves that freedom and that healing that I'm experiencing.
So now she just advertising, child. So I want to play something for y'all. I want y'all to hear something. Because somebody sent me this. They were like, Really, B, if you decide to talk about this situation, I just want you to hear something. It says, if you decide to cover the Cheynne Bryant, I want you to hear something. So let's listen to this TikTok. Child, is taking forever to open up. Ugh. Come on, TikTok. Watch now. I watched this earlier. Let me see if I have to open it up.
Who turned this here?
Okay, no, y'all know that's my man right there. Hold on. I just heard it. Because y'all got to hear this. I want y'all to hear this for yourself. I don't want to. Hold on. Let me do it this way. Hold on. Child. Come on now. Hold on. Let me do it like this. Hold on, I had it. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. I'm sorry. Do it like this. It's always more than one way to skin a cat. Here we go.
And I ain't gonna hold you too long, but about Dr. Cheynne Bryant. So I was willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? I really was. And even with the most recent interview where, you know, she was asked on the Breakfast Club, basically, what do you say to the people who are unable to find your dissertation online and, you know, want you to produce some proof that you have an earned doctorate? Now, I'd already, you know, saw her on the podcast, Joe Budden's podcast, where she talked about, you know, not practicing under a formal license anymore because, you know, it was prohibiting her, in so many words, prohibiting her from doing certain things, which, to be honest, I totally get it. I 110% get it because my license is through the NCCA. I have a license to counsel people. I'm a licensed counselor through the National Christian Counselors Association. And the reason why I went that route was because I wanted to be able to somewhat, you know, control a little bit more what I could discuss.
She long-winded, y'all, but it's a point. It's a point to it.
Very much so. Still have a regulatory board and, you know, all of those things, the whole 9 yards. So I was like, okay, whatever. She didn't necessarily, you know, relay the information right, but I ain't gonna say nothing. Well, then there's a follow-up where she is saying that, and this is when she's on the Breakfast Club, she is saying the reason why she, you know, people can't find it because she's going to address this one time and one time only. And if everybody else who got an opinion about it, she don't really care. It's because she went to Argosy University and she was attempting to get a job at a law school as a professor, and she had to get her transcripts. Well, when she went online, she learned that the school had been basically closed. And so then when she tried to retrieve her transcripts from the third party, company or whatever, she learned that they only kept records for 2 years. So then she called the financial aid department for the school, which I don't know how you call the financial aid department for the school if they're closed, but she called the financial aid department for the school, and they told her that we'll give you a full refund if and only if you agree to basically not be able to use any of your courses. Like, it will be as if you never went to school here. We'll give you the refund, but basically you did not go here, pretty much. And she decided against that. So let me say this, and I'm gonna go on back to my peaceful night. I am a graduate of Argosy University. Okay, Argosy University was an accredited school with multiple locations throughout the country. Okay, not only that, but I even started their clinical psychology program. The only reason why I stopped, which thankfully I did because the school was closing down, the only reason why I stopped is because I was running out of financial aid. I maxed out of my financial aid, my governmental aid, okay? So where she lost me is when she said she went online, and that's when she found out they were, closed down. Anybody who went to Argosy knew what was going on. Now, she's not lying about that. That is easily verifiable. In fact, most people who went there have already filled out the borrower defense application because it was a class action lawsuit to get your student loans discharged. This is all easily verifiable. I filled out my application as well. So she's not lying. Argosy was an accredited school that closed down. Okay. Where it gets.
And we verified that. Like, everybody has Googled it over the past 3 days, verified that the school legitimately did close down. That's not a question. This ain't the video I thought it was, baby. She long-winded as hell. This ain't the video I thought, but neither here nor there. I'm gonna let it finish out.
It's tricky is that she talks about this third party, company that only kept it for 2 years. When Argosy was closing down, they sent out correspondences. In fact, if you were still in...
Okay, she said correspondences, and I'm done. Look, that ain't the lady I thought it was, but I'm gonna just tell you what the other lady said. The other lady said she lied because I was able to get my transcripts. This lady just taking too long. She said she lied because I went to Argosy. I have a degree from Argosy, and I was able to get my transcripts. Here's the thing. Y'all know a few years ago, my college, Bennett College, which is celebrating their centennial this weekend. Unfortunately, I could not be there, but shout out to all my Bennett Bells celebrating this weekend. MC Light is our commencement speaker. They're having a whole block party on campus tomorrow where MC Light is going to be there. The Boots on the Ground man was there today. They're having a good time. I couldn't make it. Life happens. Let me tell y'all something. When Bennett College was getting ready to close down, as alumni, baby, if they wasn't calling us every day, if they wasn't sending us emails every day, if we didn't have 500 Facebook groups and group chats and all of the things that was happening when we were getting ready to lose our accreditation, y'all probably remember when Bennett was getting ready to lose their accreditation, baby, it was a situation. Do you hear me? It was a cold red alert. You understand? There's no way in hell you did not know that school was closing until you needed your transcript. I'm sorry, I don't believe it. You didn't get a letter. You didn't get an email. You didn't get nothing. You didn't get nothing. You didn't get nothing. Now let's talk about this. Let's talk about this degree one last time. And I don't want to be the dead horse, but we got to talk about it because she really playing with us. Thank you, Ravine. She really playing in our faces, y'all. Will you get... Hell, let me tell y'all something. I have 2 master's degrees. I could get on the phone right now and call one of my professors to verify that I graduated. I did not participate in either one of my graduations for my master's degree because I just didn't give a fuck. I was just like, can you just mail it to me? My first master's degree, they mailed me my degree. Matter of fact, they were like, are you going to come pick this shit up? I was like, damn. And they ended up mailing it to me. My second master's degree, I actually went to the graduation. I just didn't participate in graduation. Don't ask me, y'all. Listen, it was a thing. It was some, I just didn't care. I went to the graduation to see, because I was part of a cohort. I went to go see my cohort graduate, and they were like, why aren't you on stage with us? And I was like, because I didn't feel like it. Baby, I didn't feel like buying a hook cake. I didn't feel like buying the regalia. I didn't feel like doing none of that. My mama was like, so you just... I said, look, I just wanted the paper. But let me tell y'all something. If and when I decide to actually go and get my PH of the D, I absolutely positively will be standing on somebody's stage getting hooded. I absolutely positively will have pictures, video. I will absolutely, it will be posted on all of my social media. Like, you don't have no pictures, girl. You can't show us a video clip of you walking across the stage. You don't have a video of you getting hooded. Where's your regalia? You got a picture of you in your regalia? Can you tell us what your dissertation was on? Because every person that I have ever known that has a dissertation can spout off what the topic of their dissertation was, like they can tell you their name. I had professors in college who had got their PhDs 30 years ago, could still tell you without hesitation, they could tell you the title of their dissertation. I mean, like, when she goes live and she has all of her credentials behind her, None of them are her PhD. Baby, she got every certificate that anybody ever gave her. Simone showed it on her video today. She got her whole wall. She looked like Bishop Whitehead. Y'all remember what Bishop Whitehead wall used to look like when he used to have all of them accolades, every certificate he ever got, anything. Baby, all of that was up there. The one thing that was missing is her PhD. Dr. Loretta Bully B. Shut up, Abby. Now, I told y'all my mama lost my undergrad degree. I don't know where my undergrad degree is. My mama lost it. It's somewhere in my parents' house because they wouldn't let me take it. When I moved out, they wouldn't let me take my degree. So they lost it. Okay, it's somewhere over there. Over that rainbow at my parents' house. But I got both my master's degrees upstairs. They here with me, both of them. And if I needed to show y'all, which I know I don't have to, I could go get them right now and just show them to y'all. They right here. Hell, at this point, y'all know my name. I used to not because I didn't want people knowing my first and last name, but hell, y'all don't. Half y'all know my name now. I could go and get them right now and just show them to y'all. It's just like, it makes no sense to me, girl. There are so many different ways. You can't call your supervisor, because if you did a dissertation, you had a supervisor. You had a faculty advisor. Somebody. What day did you defend your dissertation? What date? Quick, what date was that? Now she went to Trump University. It's just, I mean, again, you guys, listen, at the end of the day, there are a lot of different ways to play around with stuff, especially when it comes in the field of therapy and stuff. There are a whole lot of people who do life coaching and things like that, and they don't have all of these 20 credentials. That's not the issue. At least for me, that's not the issue. Okay, I can't speak for y'all. Not February 30th. That's not even my issue with her. My issue is that you're saying you have a PhD. See, if you just said, look, I have a master's degree in marriage and licensing, which she can tell us where she got that from. She can show us that degree. And you say I have an undergrad degree and blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. That ain't my issue. My issue is that you're telling people you have a PhD and it doesn't sound like you do. Now, listen, I can't say for sure. I'm going to just say I'm 99.99999% sure you got nobody's married. I'm just saying. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what I think happened. Y'all want to know what I think happened? And this is my opinion. This is my opinion. Y'all want to know what I think happened? I need to go ahead and get my undergrad degree again. My mother actually gave me the money. She was like, she actually gave me the money to pay to get my undergrad degree again, because she called down to the school and found out how much it was. And she wrote me a check and she was like, here, just go ahead and order you another degree. I don't think I ever even cashed that check, child. If I'm being honest, I don't think I ever cashed that check. Because again, I can get my transcripts. I have my transcripts and it shows that I graduated. So here's what I think happened. I think she went through the program. I think she went through the program. I think she took the courses. I think she finished the coursework, but she did not finish her dissertation. That is what I think happened. There are a lot of people out here. I have one of my colleagues. She finished all of her coursework. She was even a professor at the college where she was getting her PhD. She never finished her dissertation. And at a certain point, they will kick you out. If you don't finish your dissertation within you have a window of time. And if you don't finish your dissertation and defend it within that window of time, they will kick you out because they can't keep holding on to you. It goes against their stats. It goes against their stats. And so they were like, look, you can reapply, but we gotta, they gave her a deadline that you have until this date because you have until this date to submit your dissertation. Now, once she submitted it, then she would have had time to defend it and fix it if there were things that, you know what I'm saying? But she hadn't even submitted it. She finished all the coursework. And there's a lot of people who do that. They finish the coursework, but they don't finish the dissertation. And I believe that is what happened. Now, I'm going to tell you what I think happened. This is my opinion. I don't know what happened. This is what I think happened. This is Really B's opinion and Really B's opinion only. I don't know this woman. I don't know if my opinion is right. I'm just telling y'all what I think. This is what I think. I think she finished the coursework. She never finished her dissertation. And then when she found out that the school closed, I think she started adding PhD to her credentials, feeling like, well, the school's closed. They can't prove whether I did or whether I didn't. That's my opinion. Now, I don't know that to be a fact because I don't know these people like that. But in my opinion, I think that's what happened. I think she was like, oh, the school closed? Oh. But I think she probably finished the coursework. I believe because she said, hey, I can show you my transcripts that show you I took the classes, and I can show you my financial aid to show that I paid for the program. I believe that's what happened. But I do not think that she successfully defended a dissertation or finished the clinical or whatever the requirement was for her to walk across the stage and get hooded. And that's my opinion. I can't say that to be a fact. I'm just telling you what I feel. I don't know that to be a fact. I don't know these people like that. Oh, Evie said that you could Photoshop that stuff. Now, I didn't say the lady was Photoshopping it. I didn't say that. Hell, you could Photoshop a degree. That's all I'm saying. Monique said so y'all think that makes sense? Yeah, and again, I ain't saying that's what happened. I'm just telling y'all. That's what I think happened. Just like some magnet hospitals only want BSN, even though ADN nursing or RNs too, they give ADN about 4 years to go back to school or online to complete the 2 or the 3 semesters to get a BSN. You with me, Kim? All right, boo. Most logical explanation. It just makes sense to me. I mean, you know. Not the district manager at Circuit City. Not the district manager at the circuit of the city. Okay. Oh, now she say she need to be in jail. Well. She said that we just mad because she pretty. Baby, I used to love me some Circuit City. That was my spot. Ooh, I'm still mad. I'm still mad Circuit City done closed. There are some good. Yeah, Simone did a really good. She did a couple of videos. Simone did a couple of really good. I've seen a few really good videos, but y'all know that's my girl. Y'all know Simone is my girl. Simone did a couple of really good videos. Y'all, so y'all know, before we get out of here, I want to say this. Number one, be back here at 8:30 on the other channel. We're going to be talking about chasing Atlanta, the part 3 reunion. Don't forget, you can still book the cruise in February if you need the information. I put it on my community wall. I will post it again on my community wall. You guys can still book in February. Y'all know our goal is 50 cabins. We are up to 32, I think. We're up to 32 cabins. You know, if you want to go to Alaska, we're doing an Alaskan cruise. We're doing an Alaskan cruise in August for Miss Cruz's birthday. So if y'all want to has announced. So for all y'all people that wish y'all were on that Virgin cruise with me last week, with me and Lady Libra was on that ship with us, and we had ourselves a good, baby. I'm still tired. Listen, I'm gonna do my Virgin cruise video this weekend. Y'all notice I ain't been live that much this week, right? Baby, I'm still tired. I was at work, baby. I was at work struggling this week. I need y'all to understand. So James has announced that he is doing it again. He's running it back. We'll be doing Virgin cruises this same weekend. So Mother's Day weekend. Bring your mamas. Bring y'all mamas. We had some people on there that brought their mamas on the cruise this time around. And baby, we had ourselves a good time. Baby, Virgin wore me thin. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. Virgin, what I did. Listen. Coral Lover, I know that's what you think I did, but baby, I promise you I didn't. I promise you I did. Coral said you was in your cabin the whole time. No, I was not. I promise y'all I wasn't. The first night, pajama night, I went to bed about 1. I did. I went to bed around 1. The next night was Scarlet night. I damn near shut the club down. I didn't get back to my room till almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Shit. I didn't get back to my room till almost 3 o'clock in the morning. 80s night, which was the third night. 80s night, I went to bed. What was that? Shit. That was after 1. That was after 1. And I wanted to go back downstairs because the DJ was pumping. I wanted to go back downstairs, but I just couldn't do it. And then the last night I was up until about after 1, 2 o'clock. Shit. Talking about some, I was in my room. After, I don't think I went to my room before 1 o'clock on any of those nights. Just because the rest of them was up until 3 in the morning. I wasn't, hello. Just because I was 3 in the morning. I tried to make her, baby, listen. Baby, I was tired. I was woe out. And let me tell you how I knew it was time for me to go to bed the night of the pajama party. Because I was being short with people. And I don't like that. When I get tired, I get snippy. And I felt myself being snippy. And I was like, let me go to bed. Because I felt myself getting snippy. And they even told me the next day, they were like, yeah, you was a little. I was like, I know. That's why I went to bed. Because I felt it. I felt myself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we had a good time. So James is doing that. So listen, we got a lot of good stuff coming up. And I'm working on some stuff too. We talked about that in members only. So y'all know I got some stuff going on. For some trips coming up. So I should have some concrete information in the next week or so about some stuff I'm working on with that. Don't forget the event on July the 18th. Now, I was talking to Treese about it, Shade in the City. If you are in the DC DMV area, I know I keep advertising this as a How to Dream, event. But y'all, it's also going to be a meet and greet. Like, because Treese was like, well, maybe you need to let the people know that it's going to be a meet and greet. I'm going to be there. You're going to meet me. You're going to greet me. I got to tell y'all that part. Baby, I'm going to be there. Shade in the City is going to be there. If you've never met Shade in the City, y'all see us do lives together and stuff like that. Baby, they're going to be there. I've invited some other local DC people to be there. Y'all know I've invited other local DC content creators to be there. I can't make people come, but I'm definitely inviting people. I invited Who All Gonna Be There podcast. Y'all know my girl Sharia. I invited Busy Blue. I'm gonna invite Pam, not Pam the Law Intellect, but Pam. She went to the courthouse to do Wendy. I can't remember full name that was like Pam the therapist or something like that. Now, she's a licensed therapist, but I'm inviting her. And it's a few other people locally that I'm going to reach out to and invite. So, baby, we're going to have ourselves a good time. We're going to have ourselves a good time, branded as a meet and greet. But I feel like I needed to tell y'all that part. We're going to be meeting and we're going to be greeting. Baby, if I'm going to be there, we're going to be meeting and we're going to be greeting. But if I need to tell y'all that, okay, baby, we're going to be meeting and we're going to be greeting. I'm going to be there. We're going to have a good time. So the tickets are on sale. The link is on my community wall. One of my mods is probably going to drop the link. And again, if you desire to buy a ticket to sponsor somebody to come, if you can't come, but you want to buy a ticket to sponsor somebody, by all means, shout out to the informant. He already bought a ticket. So I have a ticket for somebody. If you're in the local area and you want to come, but you may not be in a position to buy a ticket, reach out to me, hit me up on Instagram, or if you're not on Instagram, email me. Just let me know, put it in the subject line of the email, so I'll know. But we're gonna have a good time. So that's what Treese was saying earlier. She was like, maybe we need to let people know it's a meet and greet. Baby, we meeting and we greeting. Cajun is going to be there. So if y'all want to meet Cajun, child, he going to be there. Tracy's going to be there. French Kiss is going to be there. T All Me is going to be there. Cheryl coming. Tawanda coming. So it's going to be some folks there that y'all see in the chat and stuff like that. So yes, meet and greeting. Dee Dee will be there, of course, the author of the book. And, we're going to have a good time. We're going to take some pictures. We'll do some hot topics as well. We're going to have a good time, y'all. And food will be there, and there'll be some mocktails because we can't do liquor, but we're going to have some mocktails. So with that being said, you guys, we're going to be back at 8:30. So let me get off of here for a few minutes. We'll be back at 8:30 so we can talk about this final part of Chasing Atlanta, honey. So I'll see y'all in about 30 minutes. Talk to y'all later. Peace.